All right, let's see. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Give me 1 second, please, and thank you. I am testing some new stuff out, okay? So let's see. Okay, it just looks different. All right, let's see. I kind of like that though. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, welcome in Aquarius placements. Watch for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We are going to be doing your next 48-hour reading. Please keep in mind that I think I'm just going to flip it this way. Okay. um, please keep in mind that personal readings are available anytime. Just check my bio. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. These readings are still technically timeless. Okay. So, that being said, oh, also, I do have the the OnlyFans tarot version. It is not porn. It never will be, okay? But it is going to be the 21 plus readings because, YouTube sometimes is way more strict with the monetization, things like that. So the OF is in my bio, okay? And you're going to get what you pay for, but it's not anything sexual. So just disclaimer, okay? But it is sexual. The readings are, but not what I'm doing, okay? Just to make that clear, um, because that is against my morals, but this is a way for me to do the 21 plus readings without, much restriction, okay? So, that being said, let's get into your reading for the next 48. Some of you guys might do OF or something like that, okay? Or you could be a porn star, okay? I don't know. Maybe you guys are thinking about creating some sort of account. I, I I'm just gonna shut up about it because, like I said, I have my own views and morals when it comes to that stuff. But you are absolutely more than welcome to do what you please. Okay. So let's see, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is going on for you? Also, keep in mind, Aquarius, make sure to check the oil on your car. Okay. Some of you guys might be getting an oil change or um, make sure that your tires are good, okay, things like that. So check up on your cars, make sure that everything is good to go, okay, especially if you're traveling or if you're traveling anywhere, to be honest, okay. Let's see. Welcome in. Make sure to like the video. What is going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, next 48? Look, what did I just say? Is she psychic or is she psychic? Okay. I just talked about traveling. Check on your cars or check on some sort of transportation. There may be some delays. Okay, we got the world card reversed. All right. So you may be kind of like stubborn when it comes to getting things done when people tell you to do it, okay? So, pretend I didn't ask or not pretend I didn't ask. Pretend I didn't say anything about checking your car, okay? Go do it. Or don't go check your car, Aquarius. Why do I feel like someone is like wants to do the opposite, or maybe you want to do the opposite of everything that someone says, okay? I'm also hearing Simon says. So somebody definitely could be just being like disobedient on purpose. Like either you think it's funny to do that type of stuff or someone around you thinks it's funny to purposely do the opposite of whatever you said, okay? Or someone could be playing Simon says, okay? Someone needs to follow directions, okay? Or you do. In the next 48, make sure you follow the directions when it comes to something. Okay, you could be trying to build something and you're like, "No, I got it. I got it. I can build it on my own. I don't need the pamphlet." And you're going to need the pamphlet, okay? Or else you're going to spend hours trying to figure out what goes where and how to do this or that, okay? So, let's see. Don't be stubborn, Aqua, in the next 48. Let's see. Some of you guys need to work on setting boundaries as well, okay? Make sure that you set the proper boundaries that you need in your personal relationships or friendships, even, okay? Some of you guys let too much slide, okay? Um, even if it's friends, you do know that being a good friend means that you're going to call your friends out on their bullshit. You're not just going to let them slip and slide and, mistreat you and be like, oh, it's okay. No, you should set boundaries, Aquarius, okay? You can't be too nice all the time. All right, let's see. Because I know y'all are like softies at heart, okay? I know. People act like Aquarius don't give a damn. That's how y'all act. I see through it though. All right, let's see what else is going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Next 48. Some of you guys could have Sagittarius in your chart or be dealing with a Sagittarius, okay? Everything will balance out, okay? But like I said, get things done on time, especially if you're going somewhere at a distance. Even if it's not far to you, go get it done, okay? Um, you won't regret it, okay? So, I don't know. Somebody could be ignoring what needs to be done, okay, or said. Things will be a lot easier after someone says something that they need to say or does something that they've needed to do, okay? Just do it. Some of you guys might be wearing Nike. Yeah, that's the truth, okay? We have the Ace of Swords. So I feel like some of you guys have to say something. Or if you're wondering if something is true, I feel like it is, okay? What's the Ace of Swords here for Aquarius? What is the Ace of Swords here for Aqua? Some of you guys are looking for a new job, okay? Be honest when it comes to your money or work, okay? Especially if you're looking for a new job. Be honest, okay? Some of you guys are debating on whether you want to work from home or not, okay? Um, Honestly, Aquarius, if a job asks you, can you work certain days? Don't lie about it, okay? I know you may be trying to get the job, and yes, saying open availability is better sometimes if you really want to land a position, but if you get the position and then they find out that you can't actually, if you start calling off and they're like, well, you said you could work these days or these times, so what's the problem? That's why I'm saying don't lie about the times you can work or can't, okay? Especially if you're trying to find a new job, okay? Oh my gosh. Also, if you are thinking of working from home or finding a work from home job, I honestly don't feel like you'll like that. Okay? I feel like you don't even want to leave the house. You don't want to leave the house, Aquarius, or you'd rather be not really around a group of people. Okay? Some of you guys may not like crowds. I hate crowds, okay? So I get it. Let's see. What's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next 48? Look, okay, some of you guys have Gemini in your chart, but when it comes to a love situation, I want to say if you want space or some time away from your lover for a little bit, you can ask for that, okay? You shouldn't be like held hostage or whatever in your own relationship. That's not cool. That's not okay. Somebody may be very controlling, okay? If you are dealing with somebody could have controlling tendencies. Um, that's not good. Aquarius, if you have someone, especially if you're dealing with like a Aries or a fire sign or a Sagittarius or something, um, I don't really see a Sagittarius being that controlling, but I guess anything's possible. But someone may be not letting you have your space or your freedom, okay? I mean, it's good to be around your partner, but it's also good to have space, okay? Um, you may be feeling a little bit claustrophobic, even if it's just emotionally. Um, so just, have your partner understand that you can go do things too, okay? They don't get to do whatever they want, and then you stay sitting in the house. If you want to go outside, you can go outside, all right? Tell them that CarChanneledTarot told you that you are allowed to go outside. I'm kidding, don't do that. But for real, you shouldn't have anyone controlling your life that much to the point where they dictate whether you get to leave the house or not. Okay? Also, if someone is trying to tell you like, "Oh, you can't leave the house in that," okay? You may have a love interest or be dealing with somebody that is like they care too much about like what you do, what you wear. That's not cute. You're gonna realize after a while. You know how girls are like, oh, he's possessive, but when he's possessive to the point where you can't do anything, you can't even hang out with your friends, you can't even look left or right because they're thinking that you're looking at another man or woman. It's not cute, okay? That's what I'm saying. That's how the abuse starts, is when people get a little too possessive too quickly, or at any point. Make sure you're not with somebody too controlling, okay? Because if you ignore the signs now, you're going to regret it later, okay? Let's see. Some of you guys are not even actually happy in the home you live in, okay? Maybe that's why some of y'all need to get out the house. Yeah, some of you guys are like fantasizing about your future or what you could have or what you want, okay? You got to manifest, Aquarius. You got to think big. You got to think outside of the box, okay? And I'm hearing there's a low income something. So no matter what you do for work, or even if you don't have a job right now, there's a low income something. You can profit off of certain things, okay? There's a low income anything. So think of odd jobs, okay? You might be someone who has an odd job, or a job that's just not that common, okay? Um, why am I thinking of the people who put like stickers on the bananas and the fruits and veggies and stuff like that, when you're at the grocery store? I don't know, maybe some of y'all could work in retail or whatever, but somebody may have that job, where they put the stickers and stuff on um the fruits and veggies, okay? But you don't typically see that job, right? Um but somebody may think of odd jobs. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? Don't be opposed to something that is different. You got to think outside the box. If you're out here wondering, like, I can't find a job, da 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 da, you could find something, Aquarius, okay? Placements. But you got to think outside the box. I'm trying to think of other jobs that, maybe aren't so common. Um, think of like the work, the shift, the stuff that people do before the stores open, like stocking shelves. That's just, I mean, that's not an odd job, but think of jobs that are maybe, so some of you guys have a night shift job or something like that, or that might be something that you want to consider, so that you don't have to be around people necessarily, but you can still get paid, while you're working. Some of you guys would do better at or with certain jobs that you're allowed to work by yourself mostly, okay? Let's see. I'm also seeing someone like sit at a desk, okay? Some of you guys could be receptionists, or that might be something that you're good at, okay? Especially for night shift, you know. That's what I still want to do that, someday. But that was one of my first choices when I graduated, was to become a receptionist. Because I like hospitalities type of stuff. So, um, but back then, they didn't take me serious because I didn't really have that much job experience and whatever. So I didn't get that job or those jobs, that I applied for. But, that could be a message for some of y'all too. If you're applying for jobs or looking for something, especially if you've built your resume up over the years, go and reapply for something that you wanted originally, okay? Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on what you wanted prior. It's always good to have different types of skills under your belt. I mean, yeah, it's good to have a career, but at the same time, while you're young and whatever, have different types of jobs. It's good to have experience. That way you don't grow up thinking that, everything is so black and white. And you'll have a bunch of skills under your belt. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying be a job hopper, but especially if you're younger, do what you can, okay? I feel like you can find something. You're not hopeless. The job market is not against you. It is shitty out here, but the job market is not against you, okay? All right, let's see. Let's check in on your love life. Let's get some oracle for your love life. Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, Venus. Welcome in. All right. Make sure to like the video if you're in here, or tap the hearts. All right, let's see what's going on for Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, Venus. Next 48 for their love life. Okay, putting in the work. Some of you guys, when it comes to your love life, you got to put in the work. Okay. Make sure to remember that, yes, it's a give and take thing, but if it's, some of you guys might be in a one-sided type of connection, okay, or that's how it feels or is starting to feel, okay, so pay attention to that. A relationship is a two-way street, okay, and look, forcer, if someone doesn't want to give to you, or if you don't want to give to someone, Aquarius, keep in mind, don't force a connection, okay? Because I feel like some of you guys are pretending to be happy or pretending to be somebody that you're not, or that's what your partner is doing, okay? Your partner could be putting on a facade, a face, an act, okay? Some of you guys are about to see like who somebody really is, okay? Unfortunately. I don't know why I just said unfortunately, so maybe that's not a good thing, okay? Maybe that's not a good thing. Look, sorry, coffin, eternal regret, okay? Somebody could be thinking about their passed on lover. If you have a lover who passed away, someone could be thinking about a spirit, a literal spirit. But if it's not a passed on loved one for some of y'all, it definitely is someone who you feel like you're single. Someone feels like they're single in their relationship. And look at that. Toxic relationship. I feel like some of you guys are definitely in a toxic relationship, or you don't realize that you're about to be in a very toxic situation. So that's why I'm saying get out now, get your money up, not your funny up, and do what you can to escape, okay, before it gets worse. Yeah, the future, it did come out reversed. Be careful of love bombing too. If somebody's trying to say, "Oh, I want this life with you," and you barely know them or you just met them, that's love bombing, okay? Someone is a love bomber or did love bomb you. Be careful of resentment building up, okay? Somebody's holding a grudge and that grudge is only going to get worse. And look, ghosted. Somebody could get ghosted because this is this relationship or this connection is built on fakeness. Something's not real, or something was never real, or the foundation of this relationship was built on, I'm trying to think of the right word, lies, and someone not being genuine, or you guys entered into this situation for the wrong reasons. Yeah. Okay. Let's get a few more. Look, judgment. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Virgo or have that in your chart. And depression. Look, somebody's not happy. I'm telling you. If you're not, look, and tired of drama. And mother wounds. Some of you guys need to heal your mom issues, okay? Whether you want to admit you have them or not. Some of y'all have major mommy issues. Even if you're cool, quote unquote, with your own mom, there's something wrong. Some of y'all don't realize why, like, the reason you feel like you need to date a certain type of person is because of your mom. Like, whatever you saw growing up or whatever you saw your mom doing growing up, that's why you end up with the type of people you do now. People who are very controlling, but you feel like you have to stay because of this and that. I don't think you saw like what real love is growing up. Some of you, okay? So if you tend to end up with partners who are abusive or very just toxic, You know, you always seem to be like really depressed when you enter relationships, or it starts off really good and then suddenly, you know, they switch up. That's love bombing. That's what love bombing is. When they make the future seem like super happy and, you know, they're going to do this and you guys are going to do that. And then they do it for a few weeks or a couple months. And then, like, the third, fourth month comes around and nothing, or things become very different. Okay. That's love bombing. Some of you guys need to understand that you are being love bombed, or you were love bombed, and now you're in a situation that it's not going to get much better. Okay. I'm just letting y'all know. Look, if someone's even, okay, I'm trying to be nice when I say this, but if someone is making you feel like shit, why do you want to be with them? That's a self love thing at that point, too. If someone's making you feel like you're not good enough, or that you're always judged, or, you know, you end up very depressed around this person, why do you want to be with them? You got to look at yourself too and be like, why do I want to be with somebody who treats me like trash? Like I said, I feel like a lot of y'all have mother wounds, okay? That could be what you saw growing up. Some of y'all need to heal that, or you're going to lose out on not everything good for you, but good relationships. If you don't heal your parental wounds, or even acknowledge them and start to heal properly, then you're gonna keep this toxic cycle of dating shitty men. We accept the love we think we deserve. You know what I'm saying? If you know that quote, it's true though. When you really have true self love, because people say, I love myself all day long. But when you have true self love, you don't even think about dating somebody who treats you any type of shitty way. Okay? You just won't. You would be appalled at the fact that somebody had the nerve to treat you disrespectfully. Okay? So some of you guys need to understand why you keep ending up in shitty situations, you know. It's because you still gotta heal. You're not healing. Someone's not healing. Someone keeps jumping person to person, partner to partner, and you're adding to the trauma. You're adding more chaos on top of chaos that you haven't addressed. The more you do that, the more it's going to be even harder to heal. Okay? So stop. I'm not, you could do what you want, okay? But stop dating around sometimes. Stop dating too much, like back to back. That's what somebody does. And they don't heal. And then they wonder why they get the same result. It's because you haven't even bothered to do the internal work so that you can heal and love yourself genuinely. Because I promise there's a difference between saying you love yourself and actually loving yourself and not accepting bullshit and shitty people to be around you. Okay? I'm just saying. It's tough love over here, always. Anything I say is out of love, okay? Even if I say it a little harsher, sometimes people need to hear it that way, because when you're nice, you know, y'all don't listen. So that's what I got for y'all, okay? Be safe, Aquarius. If you guys want personal readings, email me. Thank you for joining. And I will see y'all most likely later. Okay? Bye.